Is the J2K the best Kevlar paddle on the market? Does it live up to the hype, and should you buy? Stay tuned to find out. The Honolulu Pickleball Company is a smaller, Christian-based company specializing in high-quality pickleball equipment. Founded in Honolulu, Hawaii, the company is known for its innovative designs and durable products. With their new releases this year, they have generated a lot of buzz around their J2K and J2K Pro paddles. In this review, I'm going to be focusing on the J2K. With Kevlar being a very hot topic this year, they delivered on a very solid paddle. Now let's get into the specs and performance. The J2K utilizes a 100% DuPont Kevlar for its face material. The J2K retails for $155. It has a swing weight of 115, a twist weight of 7.06, and a static weight of 8 ounces. This is a hybrid shaped paddle with a 5.5 inch handle and a 4.1 inch grip circumference. And it has no exposed polymer, making this a very solid and well-constructed feeling grip. I would classify this as an all-court paddle, and the J2K comes with a 6-month warranty. I have played with several Kevlar hybrid shaped paddles this year, and this is one of my favorites. To put it simply, the J2K is basically a better 6-0 Ruby. The J2K has a lower swing weight, a higher twist weight, and it comes in at a fraction of the cost of the Ruby. In short, the J2K provides the ability to have quicker hands at the net while having a better sweet spot and feel than that of the Ruby. With just over 2,000 RPMs on my spin test, I felt very comfortable curving the ball, as I like to do with my serves and drives. With a 5.5 inch grip, you should not have any issues with a two-handed backhand. This paddle feels amazing on resets and dinks, and is definitely a paddle I would feel comfortable with taking to a tournament. Where this paddle lacks is power. Now, before you turn this video off on hearing that, because it is 2024 and this seems to be the year of power and Kevlar, or both, I'm looking at you, Thrive. I am not saying this paddle has bad power. In fact, the pop on this paddle actually is really nice, meaning when at the kitchen, my punch volleys and deflections always feel like they have enough pace. To continue on that topic, my serves also felt fast enough to where I wasn't losing too much of an edge. Now, where I personally noticed a drop off was the overhead slams and put away shots. Now, this may just be a personal problem, as I did not play tennis and I do not have a wicked overhead shot. But after the lineup of power paddles I have used this year, like the Yola Gen 3s, the Engage Pursuit Pros, the Paddletech Bantams, and the Vatic Pro Oni, 2 of which have since been delisted by the USAP post-release, I have been spoiled with the ease of power for my put-away shots with the power paddles of this year. Now, it may be the case that we are going back to a slower game, with rumors that the new Vulcan 2.0 ball, as I'm going to call it, that they use for the PPA Tour is going to be slightly softer this time around, and also with the firm stance that the USAP has been taking on power technology in paddles, of which I do think that this is not a bad thing for the game. Now, with all that being said, this paddle may end up being more powerful in the long run than it currently seems. Even though this paddle doesn't have anything super flashy with it, I completely can see why this paddle has been generating as much buzz as it has. I like that this paddle went for a more unique look with the gray edge guard to go with the red Kevlar face. In a sea of black on black paddles, it is refreshing to see this, and I think that the branding on the side of the paddle looks great, and it makes it stand out if you're into that, especially when your paddle is in a paddle saddle at a park. Now, this may not be for everybody, but as I mentioned, this is a Christian-based company, and they have a Bible verse, John 3:16, on the top of the face of the paddle. I like this touch, but again, might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I did want to mention it. My one gripe is I wish that the company had a logoed band on the grip. The reason being is I often switch out the stock grip on my paddles for my preferred lizard grip, but I like keeping the original band that comes with the paddle. For reference, I did this with a white lizard grip on my 6-0 Ruby, but this is more of a personal preference that I would like to see on future paddles. I personally think this paddle is a great fit for most amateur and rec players out there. However, if you really like power as the sole focus of a paddle for you, or that you like an elongated shape, then I would probably stay away from this paddle. If you are currently playing with a 6-0 Ruby and want a plusher feeling paddle, then I would highly recommend this paddle to you. Or even if your Ruby is getting a bit old and you need a refresh, I can't recommend this paddle enough. As I said before, This paddle is not super flashy. Simply put, it's a great value at $155. It is a 100% Kevlar face, a great sweet spot, and great feel. This paddle will fit anyone's game, especially if you are used to a hybrid shape. If you are interested in this paddle, I would say give it a try, but don't expect anything too special from it. The Honolulu Sword and Shield J2K is just one of, if not the best all-court paddle on the market right now, and I want your expectations to be set accordingly before purchasing. If you have any feedback or have been playing with a Kevlar paddle this year, let me know which one, and if you have already played with the J2K, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time.